Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Netsai. Our theme today is Namibia. Now, before we begin our lessons, let's sanitize our hands. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Now remember to maintain your social distance at all times. Today's lesson is the number 9 and counting. Let's turn to page 3 of our booklet. And if you look at the booklet on page 3, we can see the number 9. We are shown how to write number 9. Now we would like to count the number of blocks, the number of dots which are on the right-hand side of the booklet. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is correct. Have you ever thought of a game that you can play? The Tic-Tac-Toe game has 9 squares on it. Let's look at the board that is right in front of me. We want to count and find out how many blocks does the Tic-Tac-Toe game have. As I pick up some magnets from this container, I'm going to put the magnets in one block and we count together. Let's count. 1, that's 1 square. 2, that's the second square. 3, that's the third square. 4, that's the fourth square. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you see what we have done? There is 3 blue blocks. So someone would have won this game. Now let's go back to our booklets. We would like you to count again the number of apples on booklet page 3. Let's count the number of apples that are on the booklet page 3. Let's count together and please point to the number as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 apples on page 3 of our booklet. Let's look at the blue cups that I have lined up on my table. We would like you to count as I point to the cups, the blue cups. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done. Let's move over to the chalkboard. I would like to show you how you are supposed to form the number 9. When we write number 9, we start right here. We make a nice round all the way down, then up and down. Let's do it once more together. We start right from the corner. We go round the loop, up to close the opening and straight down. So when you write number 9, you make sure you write number 9 without picking up your hand. Let's do it once more. Round, up, straight down. That's how we form number 9. Well done. Let's move back over to our booklet on page 3. On page 3, I would like you to trace number 9, which is right on the left-hand corner of your booklet with your index finger. Your index finger is the one you use for pointing. Now let's trace over number 9 on page 3. So we go from where the arrow and the dot is pointing. Put your hand on the dot or your finger on the dot. Let's go round, following the arrow's direction to the left, all the way down, around the loop, and up, and then down, down we go. That's how we form number 9. Now let's look at the bottom of the apples that we counted earlier on. We would like you to write number 9 in all the blocks that you see at the bottom of page 3. Now pick up your pencil or your pencil color and let's write number 9. Once you have finished working on page 3, make sure that you have colored the apples. Apples can be green, they can be red, or they can be yellow. You decide the color you would like to use. Now let's turn over to page 4 of our booklet. On page 4, I will read the instruction. The instruction says, how many hidden bunnies do you see? Color the picture. There is a little girl and there is a rabbit, but there are little tiny hidden bunnies. Let's try to find out how many bunnies are hiding. Look right from the background of the picture. Right at the back of the picture, that's where you find the background of the picture. Let's try to find how many bunnies are hiding in this picture. Count and find the correct number. Write the number in the block right at the bottom of page 4 of your booklet and color in the picture. Well done if you have completed page 4. Now we turn over to page 5 of our booklet. On page 5 of our booklet, we have an instruction which says, count the dots and write the number. Let's count together. In the first row right at the top, how many dots do we have? 1, 2. That is correct. And next to that 2, over the line on the right-hand side, write the number 2. And as you write your number 2, remember the 2 has to touch the top and the bottom line. Now let's move down over to the next line. How many dots can you see just below the 2 dots? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what number are you going to write in the line next to those 6 dots? Yes, you should write number 6. Now continue counting the number of dots that you find on page 5 and write the number in the lines provided. Well done. Let's turn over to page 6 of the booklet. On page 6, I would like you to look at what is happening in the picture. There is a sea diver under the sea. He is looking for something, maybe a treasure. But what did he see? We can see there are fish in the sea. Let's count the number of fish that we find in the picture. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done. If you have found the number of fish, I would like you to write the number in the square or the block right below the page number 6 of the booklet. Well done, boys and girls. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Now it is time for us to sanitize our hands. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Now, boys and girls, I hope you will remember to maintain your social distance. It is now time for me to invite Zoe. Zoe, it is time to say goodbye.
ShopRite's biggest savings promotion is back, and it's bigger than ever. Big Red Weekend. This weekend only, get up to 50% off on selected products, like a tin off for a coffee for only $70. Top Score Maize Meal for just $96. Elso Economy Toilet Rolls for only $30. And an Essential Steam Iron for just $130. Big Red Weekend. Only at ShopRite.
Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Netai. Our theme is Namibia. Now let's sanitize our hands before we begin our lesson. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Now, boys and girls, let's remember to maintain our social distance at all times. Today's lesson is lesson 2, and the theme is Namibia. Let's turn over to page 7 of our booklet. On page 7, the instruction says, color in the Namibian flag according to the instructions. There is one thing that we need to focus on the Namibian flag. It has different colors. I would like you to look at my board over here. I have the Namibian flag. With me over there. Okay, and now I would like to show you how you are supposed to color the Namibian flag. We need to color in the sun yellow, and this is yellow. We must color the sun yellow. And we need to remember the sun shines in the sky. What color is the sky? The sky is blue. So we must color the sky blue. And we have to look on the next part of our flag. We need to color this part red. And we move over right to the bottom. What color should we color in? We should color in green. There is our Namibian flag. And right on the board behind me, you are able to see the Namibian flag colored in the correct way according to the instructions. Let's go back to our page 7. And remember the colors that I have shown you. The sun should be colored yellow. We should color the next part of the flag where the sun is shining. We color blue. And just below, we have a white line that we should leave out as white as it is. And color in the next part of the flag red. And there's also a small portion or a small stripe of white just below the red. We leave it out as white as it is and color the other part green. As you can see behind me on the board, the Namibian flag has been shown to us, and follow the colors as you can see them. Now let's turn over, if you're finished on page 7, let's turn over to the next page, which is page 8. On page 8, the instructions are: cut out the emblems on page 9, and our page 9 is right in front of you. We need to place the shapes in the right place. Now, before you can do that, I would like you to focus on my small board once more. We have the coat of arms, that is the Namibian coat of arms, and all the emblems have been placed in the right place. We need to remember, where do we place the emblems? We have the 2 oryx animals on the sides or besides the shield. So remember where you need to place them. If you look closely on my little board, we have the fish eagle, and the fish eagle is right on top of the diamonds headband. So we should remember where to place all these emblems. Now let's get back to page 9. On page 9, you need to take out your pair of scissors and let's cut out the first picture right on top where we find the motto for Namibia. It reads, Unity, Liberty, and Justice. Let's cut it out and go back to page 8. Find out on the picture on page 8 where exactly this motto should go. If you look at the picture and look at the shape that you have just cut out, it will fit nicely in the right place. I will give you a clue. If you cut out the motto and the sand dunes that we see right at the bottom of the emblem, you should be able to place it at the bottom of page 8. If you have done that, let's move to the next activity on page 9. What is the next picture that you are supposed to cut? Let's cut out the eagle. Cut it out neatly along the dotted lines. Once you have cut it out, let's go back to page 8. And let's look at the shape that we have just cut out. Where should we place it? Try to fit it in. On the left-hand side, does it fit in? No, it doesn't. Let's try to fit it in onto the right-hand side. Does the shape fit in nicely? No, it doesn't. Let's try to put it right in the middle of the emblem. Does it fit in? No, it does not. Now, where do you think this eagle should belong? Let's put it in the right place. Let's move over back again to page 9. Now we have the shield. Let's cut out the shield according to the dotted lines or along the dotted lines and cut it out neatly so that this shield will be able to fit into the right place. It's like we are building a puzzle. Right, cut it out. Let's move back again to page 8. Let's try now, where does the shield go? Just by looking at the shape of the shield, we should be able to know where exactly it fits. Now place it in and glue it in. Well done. Let's move over to page 9. Now we are left with 2 oryx, 2 animals that we can see. Let's cut out the one facing to the right-hand side on page 9. Once you have cut it out, let's try again to find the right place on page 8. Let's go over to page 8 and see if it can fit in on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. I would like you to find out for yourself. I will not be able to direct you with both the 2 oryx. Let's cut them out and place them in the right place. Once you have finished, let's move over to page 11 of our booklets. On page 11, the instruction reads, compare the 2 pictures and mark the differences on the pictures below with an X. Right, let's look at our coat of arms right on top of picture number 1. The picture on top is complete. All the emblems have been placed in the right place. The motto is in the right place. The eagle is in the right place. And the 2 oryx are in the right place. Now let's look at the bottom picture and find out what is different with the picture at the bottom. We need to compare the first picture on top and go back to picture at the bottom. There is something that is missing on the picture at the bottom. Will you be able to find out what is missing on picture number 2 at the bottom? These two pictures are supposed to look exactly the same. But let's see if you are able to hunt and find the number of differences. Remember, you need to mark with an X where the picture is different and count how many differences did you find, and write the number of differences in the block on the right-hand side of both the pictures. Once we have finished, I would like to say well done, and remember to color in the two emblems or the two coats of arms, remembering the correct colors as I have introduced the lesson to you. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Now let's sanitize our hands. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Now, boys and girls, you need to remember to keep your social distance at all times. Now it is time for me to say goodbye to Zoe. Zoe, where are you?
Princess, Prime Namibia Ice. Did I get Sister Huldan Navasida? Did I get I Hoa? Namibia Oncology Center, Naragrasisen, I come from Ti Quito, Bounce I Hari, Omsnahari, Oma Badang Nahure, Nugu Sedagini Ha Ugu, Haberagadok Nugu Sedaga Ha Ugu Habe. Hang are uguha. Hoge bounce I hari. Ida tadi nedi 2019 novel coronavirus sting higusa. Au. Bounce I hari.
Nothing is too good for my daughter. Now here's the deal. Nambi, there's no playing around with other boys before your wedding. Do you understand me? It's the most important day of your life.
Nambi, baby, you have a face like a beautiful person. I got you this Virgin Mary necklace to protect your innocence.
Stupid man. We have loved each other since high school, and now you want to turn your back on me? All the plans we made, you just throw them away? And you want Nambi now? When I've always been there for you, Ziwa, do you understand? And she doesn't even love you. I wasted my time on someone like you.
Don't be like that, Jalia.
Love.